Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the engine bay air filter on this 2004 Volkswagen Passat with the 1.8 liter engine. Okay, the air filter on this car is located in that housing that's underneath there, so we're going to get to it. It's going to involve removing a couple of these pieces here. It's not that difficult, but it's not the easiest either. Okay, so first thing we're going to remove is this plastic cover, which should just pop out of place without much fuss. Next, we're going to remove this piece, which is held in place by these three Phillips head screws. Okay, so next we just pull on this piece here, and it should pop out of place, and we just slightly pull on it, and there it is. Okay, as you can see, these clamps are aftermarket. These are not the clamps that come with on the car. The clamps that come on the car are more like this, and in order to get these off, you basically have to get a pair of die cutters, and cut this top piece, and then take the clamp off, and then you would have to replace it with aftermarket clamps if you don't have any of the original clamps. It doesn't really matter which one you use, but yeah, in order to take these off, it's a lot easier to take off than those factory ones. Okay, so first I'm going to take off this clamp. That's for the intake for your air pump. You just unscrew this and just pull on this, and it should come out without much fuss. Now on some Audis and other Passats, this is actually this connects to your air filter housing by just putting it in and then turning it clockwise to lock it in, and turning it counterclockwise and pulling it out. You want to be careful when you take this out, because on the Audis that's like that, it's gonna break around here. But if it does, don't worry, it's not a big deal. Just make sure you tape it back up as good as you can, and you'll be fine. It's just the intake for your air pump. It's not, it's not that important if it's taped up or something, Okay, there we go. So we got this out. There's a rubber seal around this too, so make sure you don't lose that. Okay, next we're going to take this out from the top. All you have to do is just basically wiggle this out, and it will come out without much trouble. If you have a bungee cord handy, it's a good idea to just bungee cord this out of the way, so that way there's more space here to work. Okay, next we'll undo these clamps for your air filter housing. There's one, and here's the second one back here. Okay, next we'll undo this clamp that's for your air intake boot. And then we'll just pull on it and remove it from our air filter housing. There we go. Okay, next we'll undo these two clamps that are holding this vacuum line in. There's one. There's the other one. And then we'll undo this clamp, which is also another aftermarket clamp, and then just remove this from this side. There we go. Okay, next we'll undo these two Phillips head screws. Okay, there's two other smaller screws at the bottom of this heat shield that you'll need to remove if you want to remove this heat shield entirely, but they're a pain in the butt to remove. So what I'm actually going to do is remove these two other clamps that are on the lower part of this filter housing. These two, and see if we can just take out this top part of the filter housing just like that. Alright, here's clamp number one. Okay, and here's the second clamp. Okay, now we should have enough space here to be able to lift up on this top part and get our filter out. There we go. Free and clear. Okay, as you can see, this filter looks pretty good. In fact, I'm only gonna, dust it off and put it back on there, because I replaced this not too long ago. That's why. But anyway, just thought I'd do this video so for people that wanted to see how to replace this filter. Basically, the way you put it back is pretty much, just a reversal of removal. Basically, just take your time and don't force anything. Don't lose any clamps. Squeeze this in there. Make sure this is properly seated in the filter housing. And then there, I just almost lost this clamp. But yeah, when you put this filter housing back on, make sure it's nice and tight. It's firm in place, and then let's just start putting the clamps back on, putting whatever vacuum line and air intake tube back on, making sure it's all airtight, and just tightening them back down. Probably gonna have to go look for some of these clamps if you're doing this for the first time on your car, because the factory clamps are gonna be useless. Okay, something I need to point out that some people out there might make a mistake of doing is when you go to put this back on, make sure you back this out, this screw for your clamp out, so there's plenty of space, and you can get this on this air filter housing nice and firm. Make sure on the bottom there's no gaps, and you know, you got it all airtight, because if you got any air leaking from here into your intake boot, since your MAF sensor is in here, it's going to be unmetered air that's going into your engine, and your engine is going to not going to run well. Okay, so you make sure you get that on there airtight. Okay, so with that said, this procedure is actually going to be similar for you know, number of Volkswagens and Audis that come with the air filter in this area, so, or at least very similar. Okay, so yeah, I hope this video helps people out there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more like it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.